So that's it.
Right.
So this is our first show.
It's our first show. So, Mass,
Yep.
tell me, what did you do, when you were at NASA? What was
a good place to start. I was an astronaut for 18 years. I was selected as an astronaut in 1996, and I was on 2 missions. Both of my missions were to the Hubble Space Telescope. I was a spacewalker, basically a repair person for the telescope. And Garrett, what did you do at NASA?
Sorry, I was just you said Hubble. It got me a little pissed off. Yeah, you have to understand that the Hubble, you guys get all that extra money. You had all that special treatment. Your guys are no offense, Mass, but you guys were kind of prima donnas over there.
No offense taken. That's the way we like it. We like we like the special attention. And when you mean by money, it wasn't in our pocket. Just to be clear, we all got paid the same government rate. The money we had was in stuff like equipment and PR tools and stuff like that we had.
Yeah.
But we were very well. It was space flight the way it was supposed to be. Yes, we were treated very well, better than everybody else, and that's what we expected. And I think it was appropriate.
Wait. Is it true? Tell me, is it true? I heard, and I think that you guys, when you would come out of your practice runs for spacewalking training, that you would have like a professional masseuse give you a massage. Is that true?
That's not true, but that should have been the case. I wish I would have thought of that. They would have done anything for us because.
Was it maybe
we were dealing with so just the reason that for all that was is the Hubble Space Telescope was a very expensive piece of equipment, billions of dollars, and NASA was very proud of it. And we had to keep it working.
Cheap.
What's
the
that?
Space station is cheap, right? That was like basically free. We have billions of dollars. You know how much that thing cost?
They were. I'm sure. Space station is very valuable, and but I wasn't gonna go here, but I am now because it's too late. It's in my head. My friend Drew Feustel was asked, "What is the difference?" Cut that name. Maybe we don't want his name out there. But an astronaut who had been on Hubble was going to go spacewalk on Space Station. It wasn't me that was asked this question. So I never got to say spacewalk on Space Station. And he was asked, "What's the difference between spacewalking on Hubble and spacewalking on Space Station?" And he said, "Well, with Hubble, I felt like I was doing brain surgery. On Space Station, I feel like I'm being trained to do landscaping." Now, he said that once, and he never said that again because his crewmates wanted to murder him. So that was the last time that line was ever used until now.
Landscaping. I'm glad you're not going to mention that. I'm glad you're not going to mention Drew Feustel's name.
Yeah.
That's really good that you took that out.
The guy that said that, my good friend.
Let's not drag him into this.
Who's the assistant chief of the office. We are going to have to cut that, Jason. We can't get him in trouble.
That in. All right, so
it's in.
So, yeah, I had a couple ex-Hubble guys, or at least one. I did a spacewalk with Mike Good, and he was a Hubble guy, and we used to tease him mercilessly about that all the time. We were like, hey, because we were going up to the space station. We were on Atlantis, this STS-132, and we would be like, hey, Mike, when are we doing our IMAX movie? How come you got one on the Hubble? How come we don't have one? So it was kind of a thing. He used to come to SpaceX. So, by the way, I'm supposed to tell a little bit. So I did 2 missions, both to the space station. Mike over here did 2 missions up to the Hubble. And then I went off to work for SpaceX, and I was there for 7 years working with Elon Musk. I was at NASA for 13 years. But when I was at SpaceX, Mike Good was still working for NASA, and he would come to work with us. And we used to have this barista station with froyo, and basically we put all the sugar and caffeine into the employees that we could. Right, we just juice them up, and then they would buzz around and get the work done. And they had a menu, and it was like, what's that?
Better than putting it in the rocket ship. Go.
Yeah, and right. And then the menu at the barista had like all these different things, and it was all alliteration, right? So it was like lunar lemonade, I can't remember all the different ones, but there was Hubble hot chocolate, and I was like, no. We're not doing any Hubble. And so I made her change it right before Mike came in because he was all excited, like, "Oh, Garrett, they got Hubble hot chocolate here in the lobby." I'm like, "No, they don't get it." And I said, "It's Hypergol hot chocolate. You change that." And I used my management clout as an executive at SpaceX to change the name of the hot chocolate and get rid of that Hubble. Okay, no Hubble. So anyway,
you started complaining about Hubble. Sounds like you're a bit jealous. That's what it sounds to me. He's
No.
like, hey, why don't we get a movie? Why don't we get this? There's a bit of, a little bit of jealousy there. So yeah, I can understand it though. We work treated very well.
I'm totally fine with it.